The story begins in Zhongcheng City, where our main character tries to help a young woman. Unfortunately, she assumes he's just pretending to help so he can get her phone number. Calling him a creep, she storms off. The protagonist sighs to himself, "I've only been away from this city for 5 years, and the girls here have changed this much? I genuinely tried to help her, and all I got in return was an insult. Then again, these are just ordinary people. How could they possibly understand the world of immortals?" 5 years ago, he was just an ordinary boy himself, a member of the Yi family in Zhongcheng. Because he was born weak, he was bullied throughout his childhood. But while outsiders looked down on him, his family loved him unconditionally. Thanks to them, he had a happy life. Everything changed 5 years ago. His father once saved a child, unknowingly offending several powerful families from the capital. Days later, those influential figures came seeking revenge. The villa that had once been filled with laughter became a slaughterhouse. His entire family was massacred. The only survivor was a helpless, powerless boy, him. People always said humans were two-faced, but that day I saw just how hypocritical they could be. Everyone who claimed to be my father's closest friends stood there and watched my family die. Not a single one of them stepped forward to help. That day, he made a vow. If I survive, I'll make every one of them die like dogs. He had tried to take revenge even back then. But what could an 11-year-old child possibly do? Just as those murderers were about to kill him, his mother threw him into a raging river to save his life. They believed there was no way he could survive, but fate had other plans. His master rescued him from the river and took him to Kunlun, where he spent 5 years training and mastering everything he needed to avenge his family. Now that he had returned to Zhongcheng, Yichen made another oath. "I swear, every single one of them will pay with their lives." His anger exploded, releasing an overwhelming aura that instantly caused everyone nearby to clutch their heads in pain. Realizing what was happening, Yichen quickly suppressed his power. "These are ordinary people. If I don't control my aura, they'll all die." The pressure disappeared. The confused pedestrians looked around. What just happened? It felt like 1,000 kilograms were pressing down on my head. Yichen calmed himself. Revenge can wait. Right now, I need to complete the mission Master gave me. He always says that rushing things only leads to disaster. I won't let my desire for revenge cloud my judgment. Soon, Yichen arrived outside Mebelin China Cosmetics, one of the country's top 500 companies. The person he had come to meet was the company's president, Jiaro. 3 days earlier, his master had foretold that a terrible disaster would strike her and that she would die within the next 100 days. The only person capable of saving her was someone who possessed the purple dragon's power, and Yichen happened to be that person. His master had once jokingly mentioned that he had been romantically involved with Jihu's grandmother years ago, making it highly possible that Jihu was actually his granddaughter. Yichen shrugged. "Whether that's true or not doesn't matter, I'm only here to do my job." As he tried to enter the building, 2 security guards stopped him. Yichen said, "I need to see Jihu." One guard sneered, "Not everyone gets to meet President Jihu, you need an appointment, and judging by the way you look, you don't even belong inside this building." Yichen replied calmly, "It's an urgent matter. If she's busy, that's fine. I'll just wait for her on the lobby sofa." The guard rolled his eyes. "Are you deaf? You came here wearing a cheap pair of jeans and an even cheaper shirt, and you think someone like Miss Jihu would meet a beggar like you?" Yichen smiled. "Looks like you don't understand polite conversation." He released a tiny fraction of his aura. Both guards instantly dropped to their knees. Their faces turned pale with fear. What just happened? It felt like we came face to face with death." Ignoring them, Yichen walked inside. "Always treat people with respect. Sometimes your loose tongue can get you killed." He casually sat down on a sofa. "Now go call your boss." The commotion quickly attracted a crowd and dozens of security guards surrounded him. Soon the head of the security department stepped forward. "I'm the chief of security. Why are you causing trouble here?" Yichen answered calmly, "I'm not interested in you or your team. I'm here to see Jiaro. Just arrange the meeting." The security chief swallowed nervously. "This guy feels incredibly dangerous. One wrong move and he might rip my head off." Trying to stay polite, he said, "I'm sorry, but Miss Jie didn't come to the company today. If you leave me your phone number, I'll contact you as soon as she arrives." Yichen nodded. "You should have said that from the beginning. All this unnecessary drama could have been avoided. Don't worry, I have plenty of free time. I'll wait here. You can all get back to work." The security chief thought to himself, "Is this guy insane? If we let someone this dangerous wander around, we'll definitely lose our jobs." Just as he was about to force Yichen out, a woman's voice echoed through the lobby. "Stop, Mr. Zhao Ju. There's no need to do anything." One employee whispered. "Who is that beauty?" Another replied. "That's our new director, Miss Sunny. She's the only woman." In the company whose beauty can rival President Jia's, Mr. Zhao Ju immediately warned her, "Miss Sunny, this could be dangerous. Please stay back." Sunny walked forward anyway. "Hello, my name is Sunny. How can I help you?" Ichen froze. Sunny, of everyone in Zhongcheng, she was one of the few people he had never forgotten during the past 5 years. Back in middle school, they had shared the same desk and had been close friends. Everything changed after high school, when Ichen secretly returned to the city after being rescued by his master. He discovered that the Yi family mansion had been sealed off and that the entire city had erased his family's existence. Under pressure from the powerful families in the capital, everyone had cut ties with the Yi family, everyone except Sunny. She ignored the gossip and visited his parents' graves, leaving flowers in their memory. The timid, gentle girl he remembered had stood against the entire city just to show his family a little respect. It was something he could never forget. "I always thought I'd never get the chance to repay her kindness. Maybe this is that chance." Sunny noticed him staring. "You're standing a little too close." Ichen snapped back to reality. "Sorry, I got lost in my thoughts. To be honest, you remind me of an old friend." Sunny laughed. "That pickup line isn't going to work on me." She then turned to the guards. "You can all leave. He seems like a decent person, if he's willing to wait patiently." "What's the problem? No one is going to cause a scene here." Ichen smiled to himself. Sunny is still just as kind as she used to be. The only difference is, back then she had golf ball, now she's got basketballs. A little later, Sunny walked toward her car. The moment she opened the door and got inside, she froze. Ichen was already sitting in the passenger seat. Startled, she exclaimed, "When did you get in here, and what do you want now?" Ichen said, "I just needed a ride." Sunny looked at him in confusion. "Weren't you waiting for someone back there?" Ichen smiled. "That's not as important anymore. I have something else I need to take care of first." Sunny laughed softly. "At least tell me your name. Otherwise it'll feel like I'm giving a ride to a complete stranger." Ichen silently observed her. A dark, ominous aura surrounded Sunny's body. It clearly indicated that something terrible was about to happen to her. She was one of the few people who showed kindness to my family. "There's no way I'll let anything happen to her." Finally, he replied. "My name is Chen Han. Now, can we get going soon?" The two of them arrived at Dragon Lake Hotel. The moment they entered, countless eyes turned toward Sunny. "Who is that beautiful woman? She's easily the prettiest girl at this entire party." Someone else whispered, "Wait, isn't that Director Sunny? Why did she bring a man with her? This is the first time she's ever attended a party with someone." Sunny smiled politely. "Would you like something to eat?" Just as they were about to sit down, several businessmen walked over to greet her. Ichen thought to himself, "Looks like Sunny is pretty famous around here." One of the businessmen raised his glass. "Director Sunny, please have a drink with us." Before Sunny could answer, Ichen stepped forward. "Sunny doesn't like drinking. I'll drink on her behalf." The businessman frowned. "Who are you? Why are you speaking for her?" Just as Ichen was about to respond, Sunny stopped him. "I really can't handle alcohol. I'll only take one sip, so please don't force me to drink anymore." The group smiled. "That's perfectly fine." Just then, a cold voice interrupted them. "One sip? That's nowhere near enough." Sunny's expression instantly changed. "Chen Feng, you're here." That's Chen Feng, the second young master of the Chen family. Last time he harassed Director Sunny at a party, she got so angry that she threw her drink in his face. He's obviously here to get revenge. Chen Feng smirked. "Last time we didn't finish our business. If you want me to forgive what happened, you'll have to drink this entire bottle, and don't misunderstand, this isn't a request, it's an order. If you refuse, you might even lose your job." Sunny forced a smile. "Everyone is enjoying the party. If I drink too much, I'll only end up causing trouble." But deep down she remembered exactly what had happened before. "Last time, this bastard spiked my drink. The moment I took a sip, I realized something was wrong. So I threw the entire glass in his face. He's trying the exact same trick again." Ji Hyun Feng grinned wickedly. "Why are you so nervous? I've already booked a room upstairs. If you get drunk, I'll personally take care of you. Today refusing isn't an option." Sunny's heart filled with fear. She had heard countless stories about Chen Feng. Every woman who accepted a drink from him ended up ruined. Growing impatient, Chen Feng sneered. "Still don't understand. Even if President Jia herself were standing here today, she'd still have to drink if I told her to, so what makes you think you can refuse me?" Sunny lowered her head. She came from an ordinary family. She had dropped out of school early and started working at a young age. Through years of hard work, she eventually became the director of a prestigious company. Although she was financially independent, she still couldn't stand against powerful young masters like Chen Feng. At that moment Yu Chen calmly walked over. He snatched the bottle from Chen Feng's hand and smashed it over his head. Chen Feng screamed in disbelief. "How dare you hit me? Even my own father has never laid a hand on me." Yu Chen looked at him coldly. "You son of a bitch. Who gave you the right to force someone else to drink? Be grateful I held back. Otherwise, after taking that hit from me, you wouldn't even be able to speak." The entire hall fell silent. "This kid is finished. The Chen family is incredibly powerful. There's no way he's leaving this place alive. I've even heard they have powerful martial artists backing them. Even the police avoid getting involved with them." Sunny's face turned pale. Poor Chen Han. He had no idea who Chen Feng was. He only stepped in because he thought Chen Feng was bullying me. But now he's dragged himself into a disaster. She hurriedly pleaded, Mr. Chen, I'll drink as much as you want. Just, please let my friend leave. Chen Feng wiped the blood from his forehead and laughed viciously. Neither of you is walking out of here alive today. Dragon Lake Hotel will become your grave. Before he could finish speaking, Yu Chen kicked him square between the legs. Chen Feng collapsed to the floor in agony. Through gritted teeth he growled, You've made the biggest mistake of your life. Yu Chen grabbed him by the hair. You'll find out very soon who really made the mistake. As for who's going to die today, let's wait and see. Yu Chen continued beating Chen Feng mercilessly. At that moment Chen Feng's father arrived. Let go of my son. The crowd gasped. That's Chen Zhenghua, the head of the Chen family. He even brought the family's martial arts master with him. That kid has no chance of surviving now. Why would someone as important as Chen Zhenghua come to an ordinary business party? How am I supposed to save Chen Han now? Yu Chen glanced at the old man beside Chen Zhenghua. So that's the martial artist everyone was afraid of. He looks incredibly weak. Why were they making such a big deal out of him? Chen Feng shouted. Dad, this bastard attacked me for no reason. You have to avenge me. Chen Zhenghua coldly replied. Shut up and stand behind me. Master Ming will handle everything. Master Ming stepped forward. For someone your age, your martial arts talent is impressive, but provoking the Chen family was the biggest mistake of your life. Yu Chen smiled. You're talking as if you've accomplished something. For someone your age, you've done nothing but waste time. By the way, why exactly are you all blocking my way? Chen Zhenghua sneered. Did you really think you could beat up the Chen family's heir and walk away? Master Ming will make sure you die a slow and painful death. A death so complete that not even your corpse will remain. Master Ming walked right up to Yu Chen. If you kneel, apologize and become my disciple, I might consider sparing your life. Sunny was stunned. That old man's movement was unbelievably fast. So this is the strength of a true martial artist. Yu Chen chuckled. You're only a couple of years older than time itself, so enjoy whatever time you have left, because you're about to die from a single backhand, and just so you know, I don't just beat people, I drag them across the ground first. Master Ming's face darkened with rage. He launched a relentless barrage of attacks, but Yu Chen simply threw a single punch and buried Master Ming into the ground. Everyone stood there with their mouths hanging open. Yu Chen smirked. Close your mouths, a fly might crawl inside. Chen Zhenghua was horrified. Master Ming, lost to a kid. How is that even possible? Master Ming coughed up blood. What level is your cultivation? Who are you? Yu Chen released a tiny fraction of his aura. The overwhelming pressure forced Master Ming to spit out another mouthful of blood. Chen Zhenghua was stared in sad horror. What kind of power is this? I've never seen anything like it before. Yu Chen looked directly at him. Your name is Chen Zhenghua, right? A while ago you said you'd make me die like a dog. So, what happened? Couldn't make it happen. At the same time Yu Chen thought to himself. The Chen family played a major role in destroying the Yi family. Today, I'll bury them with my own hands. Panicking, Chen Zhenghua was shouted. Guards, what are you standing around for? Attack him. The guards rushed forward in large numbers, only to be beaten back within seconds. Yu Chen said calmly, I don't like hurting innocent people. Stay out of this if you value your lives. Finally, Chen Zhenghua dropped to his knees. Please forgive me. I failed to teach my son proper manners. That's why he offended you. I promise you will never dare do something like this again. Yu Chen looked down at him and said, A moment ago you were acting so arrogant, and now you're on all fours like a dog. You know I have a very bad habit. I never forget a grudge. So now that this has started, I'll make sure to finish it. At that moment, several police officers rushed into the hotel. The captain shouted, Stop right there. But the moment she looked around, she froze in shock. The mighty Chen family was kneeling before an ordinary young man. Chen Zhenghua felt relieved. Thank goodness the police are here, so what if this kid is a powerful martial artist? He can't stand against the government. Meanwhile, the female captain was stunned. Isn't that the Chen family's martial arts master? Why is he kneeling? Did that young man force him to his knees? Grabbing Chen Zhenghua by the hair, Yu Chen said, This old bastard's son was harassing a woman, so I taught him a lesson. The captain immediately drew her gun. Let him go right now or I'll shoot. Yu Chen remained completely calm. Go ahead, bullets won't make much of a difference to me anyway. This is a personal matter between us. You shouldn't interfere, the captain frowned. Is this idiot serious? He's actually telling the police not to stop a fight. Doesn't he know that maintaining law and order is our responsibility? She warned him once more. I'm giving you one last warning. Yu Chen looked at her coldly. Then listen to my warning as well. If you interfere again, it won't end well for you. Just as he was about to make another move, Sunny quickly grabbed his arm. Chen Han, stop. Yu Chen looked at her in confusion. Sunny, why are you stopping me? Sunny replied firmly. If you don't stop right now, I'll never speak to you again. Please listen to me and don't attack them. Then she turned toward the officers. Officer, he'll cooperate with whatever you say. Please don't shoot him. Yu Chen sighed. So what happens now? Are they going to arrest me? Sunny smiled reassuringly. Not while I'm here. The security footage proves you acted in self-defense. You'll only have to write a statement, nothing more. The scene shifted to the police station. An officer reported, "Captain, we've reviewed the surveillance footage several times. A large portion of it has been deleted. From what's left it clearly looks like Yu Chen was acting in self-defense." The captain frowned. "Which part was deleted?" The officer pointed at the screen. "Here Master Ming is standing in front of Yu Chen." Then the next clip suddenly shows the ground destroyed with Master Ming lying there. There's no footage showing what actually happened, the captain thought. The hotel is only a few minutes away from the station. Who could have deleted the footage so quickly? Looks like this young man has an incredibly powerful background. She finally made her decision. Since we don't have any evidence against him, we'll have to release him. After leaving the police station, Sunny smiled. "See, I told you they'd let us go. Today was really dangerous, but thankfully, everything turned out fine." Yu Chen silently thought. The real threat to Sunny is still the Chen family. Once I leave this city, they won't let her off so easily. I have to deal with them before I go. Meanwhile, Sunny secretly stared at him. Sometimes he's unbelievably sweet, and other times he's terrifying. Yu Chen noticed her gaze. "Why are you staring at me? Don't tell me you've fallen for me." Sunny quickly blushed. "No, it's nothing like that. I was just wondering where I should drop you off." Yu Chen smiled helplessly. "I don't have a home. I don't even know where I'm staying. I'm just following wherever my path leads me." Sunny thought for a moment. "So, you don't have anywhere to stay in this city?" She hesitated before speaking. "How about staying at my place? I have a spare room. It's not very big, but it's definitely better than sleeping in a park." Yu Chen teased her. "Aren't you afraid I might do something to you? Or is this your way of repaying me for helping you today?" Sunny's face turned bright red. "What kind of nonsense are you talking about?" Not far away, the female captain quietly watched the two of them. She thought, the Chen family's bodyguards are all retired soldiers. There's no way a kid could defeat all of them so easily. Something about him doesn't add up. I need someone to investigate this boy. She immediately made a phone call. "Brother C, I need your help. I've sent you a video. Can you tell me what level that young man is?" The scene shifted to the Siberian mountains. A man checked his phone and sighed. Grown comes from an incredibly wealthy family. She could be living a carefree life with all that money, yet she insists on working as a police officer at some small police station, and she keeps asking me to solve her cases. Doesn't she realize I'm the leader of the Dragon Soul Squad? Handling ordinary cases is beneath my position. "Oh well, let's see what she sent me this time." As he watched the video, he muttered, "Those bodyguards are all retired soldiers. Gang up on one kid. That's already embarrassing." But the next moment, his eyes widened. The ones getting beaten weren't Yu Chen, they were all the soldiers. He immediately stood up. This kid isn't an ordinary person. He might actually be a grandmaster. He quickly made another call. "Send me everything you can find about this young man. I want every piece of information on him." Meanwhile, Sunny had just finished taking a shower. She smiled. "Yu Chen, you can use the bathroom now." Yu Chen thought to himself, she's incredibly kind. How can someone trust a complete stranger enough to bring him into their home? While showering, memories from 5 years ago resurfaced. When my master saved me, I thought it was a blessing from heaven. Little did I know, it was only the beginning of a nightmare. On the very first day, his master threw him into a cage with a starving beast that hadn't eaten in 3 days. After an intense life-or-death battle, Yu Chen barely survived. Then his master taught him cultivation, to give him real combat experience. He threw him off mountains, made him fight bears, and forced him to face every imaginable life-threatening situation. Every single time, Yu Chen survived by the narrowest margin, and every time he survived, his hatred only grew stronger. "I'll hunt down every single person who attended that banquet the day my family was destroyed. Not one of them will leave this world alive." Meanwhile, Sunny suddenly realized something. "Oh no, I forgot to get clothes for Yu Chen." Then another thought crossed her mind. "Wait, I also left my own clothes inside the bathroom. I have to get them before he sees them." She quickly opened the bathroom door. I forgot something." Yu Chen turned around. "What is it? What do you need?" At that exact moment, his towel slipped off. Sunny instantly turned bright red. She bolted out of the bathroom. "Sorry, I didn't see anything." Back in her room, she buried her face in the pillow. "What have I done? I wonder what Chen Han thinks of me now." Meanwhile, Yu Chen smiled to himself. "Looks like she won't be leaving her room tonight. Good, that gives me enough time to finish what I came here to do." The scene shifted to the Chen family villa. Chen Zhenghua was pacing back and forth in rage after the humiliation he suffered earlier. Chen Feng complained, "Dad, if you keep walking around like that, you're going to make me dizzy." Chen Zhenghua slapped him across the face and said, "Because of you, our family was completely humiliated today. Master Ming has been seriously injured and your grandfather is still in seclusion. Cultivating, if someone attacks the Chen family now, who's going to protect us?" Chen Feng quickly suggested, "Then let's invite Grandpa back. He'll definitely teach that bastard a lesson." Chen Zhenghua nodded. "We have no choice. That brat is still roaming around freely and we have no idea what he'll do next." tomorrow we'll head to the mountain and ask your grandfather for help, Chen Feng excitedly, once Grandpa returns. That brat is as good as dead. As soon as Grandpa cripples him, I'll do whatever I want to Sunny right in front of him and he'll be powerless to stop me. Just then, Yi Chen suddenly appeared. He smiled coldly. Those are some pretty dangerous plans you've made. Don't be nervous. Come on, let's sit down and have a nice little chat. Chen Feng instantly turned pale. Please don't kill me. I made a huge mistake by offending you. Please forgive me. Chen Zhenghua shouted angrily. Do you even know who you're dealing with? The Chen family has a grand master backing us, Yi Chen asked calmly. Are you talking about your father, the one who went into the mountains 10 years ago to cultivate? Chen Zhenghua sneered. I know martial artists have their own alliance and you're bound by its rules. If you attack me while my father isn't here, he definitely won't spare you, and even if you somehow survive him, the martial arts alliance will hunt you down, so it's obvious you can't touch us. Yi Chen smiled. The next second, he struck Chen Feng and killed him instantly. Then he looked at Chen Zhenghua. Still think I can't kill you? Chen Zhenghua broke down in tears. We never had any personal grudge against each other. Why are you killing my family, Yi Chen? Now you remember we had no grudge. I've changed a lot over the past 5 years. Let me refresh your memory. Do you remember the Yi family, the family that was wiped out during the banquet 5 years ago? Chen Zhenggua's face turned deathly pale. Everyone from the Yi family died. Don't tell me, you're Yi Chen. How did you survive after falling into that river filled with deadly beasts? Yi Chen smiled coldly. Before you die, let me tell you one thing. You think I'm a martial artist bound by the alliance's rules, but the truth is, I'm not a martial artist, I'm a cultivator. In your eyes, martial artists are the strongest people in the world, but to cultivators, you're nothing more than insects that can be crushed whenever we want. Just like I'm about to crush you. With those words, Yi Chen killed Chen Zhenghua and calmly walked away. The scene then shifted to a secluded mountain. The moment the Chen family was destroyed, their grandfather coughed up a mouthful of blood while cultivating. Chen Yen muttered furiously, Who dared to kill my son and grandson? That bastard didn't just kill them. He also ruined 10 years of my cultivation. I, Chen Yen, swear that whoever did this will die like a dog. Meanwhile, Yi Chen was calmly cultivating. He thought to himself, the spiritual energy in this city is far too weak. If I want to continue cultivating here, I'll have to rely on medicinal pills. Then another thought crossed his mind. Next week is my parents' death anniversary. I'll visit their graves on a mountain. He recalled something from 5 years ago, when he was 11 years old. His father had given him a mysterious black stone. At the time his father had said, This is the Yi family's ancient treasure. Yi Chen had carried it with him for 5 years, but he had never discovered anything special about it. Suddenly, he noticed faint inscriptions carved into the stone. What if I try using my blood? The moment his blood touched the stone, an overwhelming pressure crushed his body. As he slowly lost consciousness, he muttered, Why am I suddenly so sleepy? When Yi Chen opened his eyes again, he found himself in a completely different world. Holding his aching head, he muttered, Where am I, and what is this strange mist? He then saw a massive stone monument with the words, Reincarnation Cemetery. Yi Chen was stunned. I've never seen a place like this before. Suddenly an enormous monster appeared before him. It spoke in a deep voice. You're only at the Earth realm. How dare someone at your level enter the Reincarnation Cemetery? Your body isn't strong enough to withstand even the weakest power here. You're far too weak. Stay away from this cemetery, or you'll die for nothing. The next moment, Yi Chen suddenly woke up back in the real world. He muttered, So what father said was true. This isn't an ordinary stone. It's a magical treasure. He recalled the monster's warning. It said I'm still too weak to handle the cemetery's power. That means once I become stronger, I'll be able to inherit the power hidden inside it. He remembered seeing nearly 100 graves inside the cemetery. Each of those graves probably belongs to an incredibly powerful expert. If I can inherit all of their abilities, I'll become unimaginably powerful. Just then someone knocked on the door. Sunny called from outside. Chen Han, are you awake? Breakfast is ready. Come eat. Yi Chen walked outside for breakfast. He smiled. If you keep feeding me like this, I might never leave your house. How about I become your personal chef? I'll cook for you, wash the dishes, and I can even keep your bed warm during winter. Sunny, that's not necessary. Our apartment already has a heating system, but if you want you can stay here. You'll just have to pay rent every month and help out with a few household chores. Yi Chen scratched his head awkwardly. Well, I don't actually have any money. I'm pretty poor. Sunny groaned sighed to herself. So he's planning to live off my money. At that moment Yi Chen pulled out a piece of paper and quickly wrote something down. He handed it to her. This is the formula for a beauty pill. It's a low-grade pill, but it should still be valuable to your company. Think of it as my rent. Sunny smiled helplessly. Do you know how big our company is? We can't just start selling random products, Yi Chen replied confidently. I know your company mainly sells cosmetics. Give this formula to your R&D department. I guarantee it's worth at least $10 million. Before Sunny could answer, her phone rang. It was President Jia. There's a meeting. Please wait 2 minutes. I'll be there right away. she looked back at Yi Chen. I'll hear the rest of your story later. I have to get to the company now, if you're interested. There are plenty of companies nearby. You could try applying for a job. After she left, Yi Chen smiled bitterly. Master was right. People these days don't trust traditional Chinese medicine anymore. Later, Yi Chen set up a small stall on a nearby sidewalk. He shouted loudly, "Big discounts, 20% off everything. For just $20, I can cure any serious illness. If I can't cure you, I'll refund every penny. The pedestrian's $20 is expensive. This guy's obviously trying to scam people. Should we call the police?" Yi Chen sighed. "These people are tougher than I expected. Looks like I'll have to move my stall somewhere else." Just then, a young woman walked over. "Can you really cure anything? Come with me. I need your help with something soon." Yi Chen arrived at the woman's luxurious house. Looking around, he smiled. "Judging by your house, you're obviously rich. Don't worry. Whoever the patient is, I'll cure them." The young woman shook her head. "I think you've misunderstood." Yi Chen frowned. "I'm a doctor. If you didn't bring me here to treat someone, then why did you bring me?" The girl introduced herself. "My name is Mia. I brought you here because you look like an incredibly convincing liar." Yi Chen looked offended. "First of all, I don't lie. Second, stop wasting my time. This is business hours for me." Mia calmly handed him a bank card. "Your payment is already inside." The moment Yi Chen took the card, his attitude changed completely. "All right, so what exactly do you need me to do? For money, I'm willing to do just about anything. Telling a few lies isn't a problem," Mia explained. Her father was critically ill. The doctors had already declared that he only had a few days left to live. Her mother was heartbroken and constantly worried about him. Mia feared that once her father died, her mother wouldn't be able to bear the grief and might collapse as well. So she pleaded with Yi Chen, "Please take my father away. Tell my mother you're taking him to a mountain for treatment. After a few months, we'll tell her the truth. By then she'll have had enough time to prepare herself for the bad news." Yi Chen silently thought, "What a strange request. But if that's all, I can actually solve this problem completely." Chen nodded calmly. "Your problem will be taken care of," Mia smiled. "So I don't have to call the police after all." Chen frowned. "What exactly do you mean by that?" Mia replied with a grin. "If you had refused to help me, I was planning to call the police." Just then, a maid opened the door and asked, "Young miss, who is this gentleman?" Mia answered. "He's an old friend of mine. He's here to help our family." Mia then led Yi Chen to her father's room. After examining him, Yi Chen thought, "His condition is far worse than I expected. One foot is already in the grave. Modern medicine simply isn't advanced enough to save him. To be honest, the aura of death has already reached his heart. If it reaches his brain, even I won't be able to save him." Mia explained sadly, "Last month my father was diagnosed with advanced lung cancer. We've taken him to the best hospitals here and even in the capital, but nothing worked. A few days ago, the country's top specialists came to examine him, and they all said there was no way to save him. Please help me. I'm already about to lose my father. I can't lose my mother too." At that moment, Mia's mother walked in. With tears in her eyes, she said, "You're back. Dr. Q just told me today is your father's last day. How am I supposed to live without him?" Mia was shocked. "I specifically told Dr. Q not to tell Mom the truth. Angry betray my trust." Just then, Mia's brother Long spoke up. "Mia, you shouldn't lie to Mom. Death is something everyone has to face eventually. There's no point hiding it. I've already invited everyone to Dad's funeral. Tomorrow we're holding a grand funeral ceremony." Mia glared at him. "Long, aren't you ashamed of yourself? How could you say something like that in front of Mom?" Long shrugged. "Dad is suffering. In his condition, death would be a relief. I hate seeing him in pain. Don't worry. Once I officially take over the company, I'll make sure both you and Mom are taken care of." Hearing those words only made Mia's mother cry and cry even harder. Yi Chen silently observed everything. After Mr. Shen dies, his inheritance will be divided among 3 people. Shen Long wants his mother to die from grief as well. That way he'll inherit the largest share. "What a despicable son!" Mia snapped angrily. "Have you no shame at all? It's obvious you're trying to kill Mom with your words." "You're a truly disgusting human being," Long shouted back. "How dare you insult me, and if Mom says she wants to die, why should I stop her? Your mouth has gotten way too big. I'll teach you a lesson." Just as Long stepped forward, Yi Chen punched him square in the face. Then he said coldly, "Calm down, kid, because if I lose my temper, you're going to regret it." Dr. Q immediately yelled, "Who do you think you are? How dare you hit the future head of the Shen family?" Yi Chen replied casually, "Give me $10 million and I'll cure Mr. Shen." Everyone in the room froze in shock. Mia's mother looked at her daughter. "Mia, can he really save your father?" Mia answered confidently. "Yes, Mom. Yi Chen is an incredible doctor. I completely trust his abilities." At the same time, she thought to herself, "What a shameless guy. We agreed on hundreds of thousands. Now he's asking for 10 million. But calming everyone down is the most important thing right now." Long scoffed. "Even the world's greatest doctors couldn't cure Dad. How is this brat supposed to do it?" "You're obviously trying to fool everyone. If anything happens to Dad, will you take responsibility? If this fraud harms him, you won't receive a single cent of the inheritance. and your so-called miracle doctor will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Inside, Long smiled to himself. Dad is already dying, Mom won't last much longer either. If I can also cut Mia out of the inheritance, the entire fortune will belong to me. Si Hua Chen ordered everyone to leave the room. Once they were alone, he looked at Mr. Shen. You're lucky, that's why you met me. I've learned enough from my master to save your life. Looks like it's time to reveal my true abilities. He immediately began the treatment. As he examined the patient, he thought, the aura of death has spread throughout his body. The fact that he's still alive is already a miracle. Fortunately, one of his meridians is still open. As long as I use it correctly, I can save him. The moment Yi Chen started restoring the meridian, a terrifying black aura began pouring out of Mr. Shen's body. Yi Chen muttered, there's no place left for you inside his body. With a wave of his hand, he completely destroyed the dark aura. After finishing, he sighed. Killing someone is easy, saving them is much harder. Just treating this one man has drained a huge amount of my spiritual energy. I'll need to cultivate afterward to recover. Walking out of the room, Yi Chen calmly announced, he'll wake up soon. Mia immediately said, wait here, I'll get your payment. But her mother asked anxiously, is he really going to wake up? Yi Chen smiled, you can go inside and see him yourself. She gratefully handed him a bank card. Thank you so much for saving my husband. Your full payment is already in this card. Before Yi Chen could take it, Long stepped forward. Wait a second, Mom. Dad has terminal cancer. There's no way this guy cured him. You and Mia may be naive, but I'm not. I'm not letting Dad's hard-earned money go to waste until I see the results. With my own eyes, he isn't getting paid. Yi Chen smiled coldly. A frog at the bottom of a well, like you can't stop me from getting my money. As for your father, I only extended his life by 3 days. If you want him to live longer, bring the money to me on time. Other than my medicine, nothing else in this world can save him. The Awang shouted angrily, you're getting pretty arrogant. I'll call the police. Dr. Q added, I know several officers at the police station. They'll take care of this fraud. Just then, the bedroom door opened. Mr. Chen slowly walked out. Long's eyes widened in disbelief. How is this possible? He already had 1 foot in the grave. How is he standing again? Mr. Chen looked around and asked, where is the great doctor? Then he turned to Mia, my precious daughter. Thanks to you, your father is alive. I feel better than I have in a very long time. He then glared at Long. And don't think I don't know what you've been doing while I was sick. I was lying in bed, not dead. Long forced a smile. Dad, I only did what I thought was right. I understand my responsibilities, Mr. Chen snorted. Are you seriously trying to fool me? Every single day you prayed for me to die as soon as possible. You wanted my inheritance, didn't you? Even if I die, I'll make sure you don't get a single penny. Now go and bring that doctor back immediately. Treat him with the respect he deserves. Otherwise, I'll leave you so miserable that you won't even be fit to beg for food. The scene then shifted to Mebelin China Group. The executives were discussing the company's financial crisis. Our stock price has been dropping rapidly. It's been a long time since we've launched a new product. Our competitors have completely overtaken us. Hearing this, Sunny asked, so what can we do to save the company? Suddenly, she felt something itching inside her pocket. When she reached in, she found a folded note. She was surprised. This is the formula Chen Han gave me. But when did he slip it into my pocket? She remembered his confident words. This beauty pill formula is worth at least $10 million. She smiled bitterly. If this formula really ends up saving our company, that would be the biggest joke of all. Before she could think any further, a woman suddenly snatched the paper from her hand. What are you hiding in your pocket? Sunny shouted. Suna, give that back. Suna looked at the paper and laughed. A beauty pill formula. Tell me, which roadside quack did you buy this from? You're treating this piece of paper like it's some priceless treasure. I bet you spent a few nights in hotel rooms to get it. Sunny glared at her. Not every woman spends her nights in hotels the way you do. Now give it back, Suna sneered. Trash belongs in the trash. She tore the formula into pieces. Enraged, Sunny shoved her. The two women immediately started angry, fighting like cats. For the surrounding executives groaned sighed. Those two fight at every single meeting. It wouldn't be a proper meeting without them arguing. At that moment Ji Hyun walked in. Enough. Stop fighting. You can't ruin an important meeting like this. The moment they saw President Jia angry, both women instantly fell silent. You all know why today's meeting was called. Every competing company has launched new beauty products, while we've been selling the same outdated cream for the past 3 years. Does anyone here have an explanation for that? The room fell completely silent. She then turned toward the R&D department. I'm asking all of you. Have you spent the last 3 years doing absolutely nothing? Why don't we have a single new formula? Not even one new product. The department head immediately stood up and said, Miss G, the situation is like this. Competition in the cosmetics industry has become extremely fierce. We've researched countless formulas, but none of them were good enough. We even tried studying ancient formulas, but every useful one has already been used by other companies. We simply couldn't find anything new that could help us develop a breakthrough product. Ji Hyun silently thought. He's right. The competition is Incredibly tough, but we can't let that become an excuse for failure. I've spent 5 years building this company into the strongest business in the city. I did all of this so my parents wouldn't force me into an arranged marriage with some wealthy family. If the company starts collapsing, everything I've worked for will be meaningless. Just then, Suna suddenly spoke up. Everyone's worried about finding a new formula, but someone in our company already has one. She unfolded the paper and read aloud, Beauty Elixir Formula. The department head's eyes widen in shock. The Beauty Elixir Formula, that's the name of an ancient formula that disappeared over 500 years ago. The queens of that era were said to have used it. Miss G, if this is really the genuine Beauty Elixir Formula, our company could be saved today. Ji-hyun looked at Sunny. Sunny, hurry and show us the formula. Sunny quickly waved her hands. Everyone's getting excited for nothing. A friend of mine just wrote it down casually. Ji-hyun replied, even so, let us take a look first. Sunny shook her head. Please try to understand. My friend simply wrote it as a joke. The other executives laughed. If it were really such an incredible formula, why would someone write it on a piece of tissue paper? Suna smiled to herself. Sunny, you're finished. You're about to get scolded for nothing. Suddenly, the department head picked up one of the torn pieces of tissue. After examining it, he shouted excitedly, this is real. He